Oh, alright. Alright. Well, oh, that's the wrong camera. Hi, welcome back. We are going to continue Final Fantasy VI, which, of course, is in US Final Fantasy III. But yeah, let's get going. Slam it in. And where's my controller? There she goes. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so we currently... Oh, right. All right, so the last thing that happened in the story was we got to the Esper, and Terra had like a mental bond with it, and then turned Super Saiyan and flew away. Then the rest of our characters were kind of able to we were able to choose who we went out into the world with. So for the first time, now here in Final Fantasy VI, for the first time in Final Fantasy history, we were able to choose what party members we used. Out of 6 party members, we were able to choose 4. So that's exciting. We chose these 4, but I wonder how we switch them now. I don't know. But anyway, I picked Edgar, Celes, Cyan, and Sabin. This does not include the people that we aren't using are Locke and the boy. What was the boy's name? Gao. I'm not using Gao because I don't really like his moves that much. Yeah, you can basically suplex everything with Sabin. That's why he's in the party, is for the suplexes. Cyan is in the party because his sword art is awesome. Celes is in the party because she can heal, and also she's a mage, you know, and I need a mage. And then Edgar is in the party because he does two-handing and is generally good. Wait, he's not two-handing though. Why not? Who's two-handing if not him? Is it Cyan? Now I'm confused. I think one of my other party members might have it. You angry with me? What was that? Did that already happen? Anyway, I'm confused. But anyway, Edgar is... I mean, he's good. I just like doing his voice a lot. That's part of the reason I put him in the party. I also like how his sprite looks a lot. He's got this cool mantle and cape. And, you know, he's like the basic warrior character that I like. I like to always have the basic warrior character, you know? Who's just like, they got a lot of defense, they use a shield, and they hit generally pretty hard. I would like to swap out the shield for two-handing, though. But that doesn't appear to be an option right now because I don't know where my relic is that allows that. Unless it... Earring, star pendant. What is sniper sight? Ensures 100%. Okay, so he never misses. Oh, do we have 2 people with sprint shoes on right now? No? Okay. Hyper Wrist. I'm guessing that just increases attack power. Vigor by quite a bit. I'm guessing Vigor is attack power. I guess I don't know. Oh, yeah, Gao, like, messing with Cyan. That's right. Alright, well, now we're out, and we need to figure out what to do in this brave new world without Terra. La da 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 da. Oh, also Edgar has auto crossbow, which is like really good. That's right, his ability is that he uses tools, and auto crossbow is really important because it's a free move that hits everybody, which in this kind of situation it just speeds things up so much. Okay, well this castle's back, so that's good to know. Let's head there and see what's cracking. Let's just go straight up and talk to the man in charge.
Yeah, this is like old times. I have to wander around for a while.
Okay, well, is Sabin just not in the party now? Oh man.
Welcome back, King Edgar. Make yourselves at home here.
That's right, I'm the man in charge here, Edgar. Well, let's see what people have to say.
The Empire is no longer our ally.
That's right. The two guards, they do a really good job pairing guards up who get along. Like, they always just have the same thing to say as each other. They just agree on everything.
Submerge, this castle could contain
This castle could even travel under a mountain range. Oh, really? Well, shit. Did this castle already do that? Did this castle appear outside of this desert at some point, and I just didn't even notice that it was in a different place in the world, but it was the same castle? I am going to say maybe, and then keep my eye out for that happening in the future.
I can't take money from the king. Look, don't you have a family? Just shut up and take it.
Oh wait, Edgar said,
Hey, don't you have a family? Just shut up and take it.
That's right. We should probably have some more Phoenix Downs. We're pretty low. Let's have 10 total Phoenix Downs. I think that's probably good. What the hell is Revivify? Cures zombie status? Well, I always like to have 5 of a ailment curing item in case we get into like... The reason that I want to have 5 is because if we get into like a boss battle where the boss keeps doing a certain ailment to people that I haven't seen much in the past, I want to be able to cure it several times. Okay, so here's 2 more tools that we didn't have before. Binds multiple enemies. Penetrates an enemy's defense. Alright. Man, this game is great so far. Oh, I never updated the stream title. Better do that. Alright. Final Fantasy VI. Done. Okay. Done it. Is today Monday? I think it is. We sighted Kefka in the area. Oh, really? Must be tired. How about a rest? Yeah, okay. No, it's not Monday. It's Moanday. Monday.
Castle hasn't changed much. And yet, it's all different. Mom and Dad are gone. Everyone's gone since that day.
Tonight took a turn for the worse.
No, you're wrong. This can't be.
Matron, the king, he's...
Sabin! Sabin!
My
Father, I don't believe this. Brother. So, they went and told you.
Edgar! Here you are. Your father, he just uttered his last wish that Figaro be divided between you.
This is nonsense. Everyone's saying that the Empire poisoned Dad. And the only one who's on your minds is who's going to be the next king? You're all pathetic. No one cared when Mom passed away either.
That's not...
You were as bad as any of them. Sabin. Empire of murderers. They won't get away with this. Matron, please leave us. I'm out of here. I'm forsaking this war. Sick realm for my dignity and freedom. You said you were sick of it too, right? Freedom. What'll happen if we both leave? And what would Dad say? Sabin, let's settle this with a toss of a coin. If it's heads, you win. We'll choose whichever path we want, without any regrets, okay? This is for Dad. And then, you opted for your freedom. It's been 10 years. The little shrimp's grown into a whopping lobster. And you're the king crab. Sabin, I often wonder if he'd be proud of me. Don't you ever doubt that. 10 years. Where's the time gone?
Their voices are really similar. And I'm not warmed up into my Stallone yet. Which is the only difference between their voices, really, now that I think about it.
Here's to a couple of confused grown-ups. Here's to Dad. And Mom. And to Figaro.
Alright, we got our cutscene. Hey, and now that guy's gone. Okay. Oh, see that like would have let us leave. These castles are always so, like, this castle can't fly, but it can submerge. Oh, okay, so this castle is gonna take us places, huh? Let's come here later then. Let's just take a quick stroll around the world, around the area. See what else we can do here before we leave then. I can't hit some of these notes. So, I also have an announcement about general things. Actually, this is a general question for you guys, for the viewers. I spoke to my buddy Sammy, who is one of the 3 dudes of Oak Pantheon, asking him about making Oak Pantheon songs as custom songs for Rock Band. Because now that I've been like playing Phase Shift and looking around at all of these Rock Band custom songs, I've just noticed that there's still... It turns out that people are still making custom songs for Rock Band and playing custom songs for Rock Band. And I never really knew that it was still a popular thing. But in downloading Phase Shift and looking around for songs, I've kind of discovered this, which rekindles my old hope for making Rock Band custom songs of my own. I've always wanted to do that. In fact, part of the reason that I stream today is because I didn't get into it earlier. I was looking into... Back when Rock Band Network was a thing, I was looking into the tools to make custom songs and how to do it and all that kind of stuff. And looking into how to become one of the creators for Rock Band Network. And I was talking to, like, band members of little bands that I like and stuff to see if they would want me to do it. And I was lining that kind of stuff up, but then Rock Band Network got shut down. Which sucked. But then after that, I kind of, a little shortly afterward, discovered Twitch and just kind of stuck with Twitch forever. So that's kind of what brought me here. So it's like always been a big thing of mine where I've wanted to make custom songs for those games. And so, yeah, I was talking to Sammy, and he's super into it. The idea of having their songs available to the community of custom player people, right? Do you think that that's streamable? That's my question. Is if I make custom songs, do you think would that be something that anybody would be interested in watching? Or should I just do it on my own time? And by my own time, I mean I would just not stream it. So there would be probably like a day a week or something that I don't stream because I'm doing that. I think I've kind of already just seen everything that's around. I'm just gonna go back to the castle. Let's move on. Oops, I thought Edgar was a different person in the party. Alright, cool. Yeah, so I looked into it a long time ago, and I think how it works is you just create a MIDI file, and the game is just designed to read a MIDI file, and it takes different MIDI triggers and reads them as the notes for the track. Yeah, Flex, Goofy's RNG with like Bills and Bros was just awful. It was pretty crazy. Hey, let us out of here. So that guy says out of here. This guy demands to see Edgar even though I am Edgar right now. So, you know. Maybe they don't know who Edgar is. That's my guess. They know that Edgar's the king, but they don't know who he is. So, that goes down there. Ate some delicious fish cakes. Oh, yeah? Fish cakes? Hang on. Okay, so that's where we need to go soon. In fact, let's just do it. Potatoes are tasty and good, unlike bandits and thieves. Oh yeah, one of these guys said something about a sack of potatoes. We're just small potatoes compared to the real threat lurking out there, and King Edgar knows it. Hey, Ghost. Potatoes are delicious. I have some, oh, and speaking of, like, food and stuff, I've got some, leftover Famous Daves for later. You got one of my favorite games? Oh, yeah? Which one? Conker's Bad Fur Day or Killer 7? Not that those are my two favorite games, but those are the two that I'm thinking that you might get. Oh, you got Persona 5. Nice. Persona 5 is excellent. Oh, man, that game was good. Sounds good, Taken.
Lots of requests this month. If it's your wish, I'll take you beyond the mountains.
Yes.
Hey!
Oh, it's never too late. Yeah, you too, Taken. Thank you. Alright, so here we go. Underneath the mountains. Underneath it all, we feel so small.
Watch your step.
Oh, we can't go into the engine room. It's too dangerous. Alright, so there we go. We've just moved the castle. Oh, oh. I'll reveal your true form. Hey, Distra.
Distra Dev!
It's going quite well. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Maybe I shouldn't be screwing around here. Shim Sham. Oh, it looks like it did like a halfie. It did a full halfie there. We can cure that. So do I want to go down or up? I'm thinking up. It was a reverse halfie. Finished a Franglish stream. So like mixture of French and English. Well, that's fun. Which is your primary language? Do you speak both? I only speak English. One day that might change. Quit shim-shamming my flim-flams! You primarily speak French? Sweet, where are you from? Persona 5 seems a little bit more easy than 4. I mean, are you... I can only speak to Persona 5's difficulty from the perspective of hard mode. I remember you talking about that thing in Persona 4, though, that you got stuck on. I gotta say, it's one of those things where it's only hard for some people and other people blow past it, right? Because, I certainly didn't have an issue with that part in Persona 4. I'm not saying, I'm not saying you're bad. I'm just saying different things tend to catch up different people. But yeah, as far as Persona 5 goes, I played that one on hard mode, and the first dungeon was brutal. Particularly the, what's the guy's name? I think it's Archangel. Kind of, it's a little later in the first dungeon, but it's in the part where, like, there's, like, the floors are kind of moving up and down a lot, and, I think you're going up a tower at that point, and there's a safe room at the base of the dungeon. On that part, there's, like, an angelic armored guy that does a Hama move to everybody, and it just ruined my party's shit. I basically, like, a lot of... In fact, I mean, pretty much all of Persona 5 on hard mode was, for the love of God, don't let the opponent ever get a turn. Because they just crush you. Oh, you're playing on easy? And you were on easy and on Persona 4 as well? I mean, I'd say you were probably missing something. Like, there's probably just something about the battle system that you hadn't 100% grasped yet, you know? Like, for example, Persona 3, there was one battle that, Persona 3, there was one battle that caught me up for a long time and was very, very difficult, but I had to figure out just how to do it, and then it kind of clicked with me, where I understood kind of how the mechanics worked a little bit better and how I could just kind of play better, and I beat it. I don't know. And Persona 3 was a lot trickier as far as, like, if you got to a point where you couldn't beat the boss, and you actually couldn't beat the boss, you're kind of fucked in Persona 3 because of the way that the game works. It's pretty weird, but it makes sense. Sometimes you tell yourself you should try at least one Persona game, yeah. 3, I would say 3, 4, or 5. I mean, all 3 of them are really, really great for their own reasons. 4 is kind of my least favorite of the 3, but it's really, really good still. It's like it's a fantastic game. And it's a lot of people's favorite. All right, let's get into here. Kolingen. Yeah, it's a much different kind of turn-based game, that's for sure. The Persona's battle system is way different from your average turn-based RPG, and so, yeah. That's exactly the thing, Melon. Persona 4, it's got some snoozers in it. If you're streaming or watching it, it's got some parts that are kind of boring. Especially the Vita version. The Vita version, yeah. I'll say this. If you're going to play Persona 3 or 4, play the PS2 version, the original. If you're going to play Persona 5, you don't have to worry. There's only one version of it. You're great. But yeah, 100% do not start out with Persona 4 the Golden for Vita, because it drags on in a way that is meant for the people who already played the game and wanted more. But for like a first-time player, it's like, it just gets boring, really. Yeah, Persona 5 is on PS3. It's on both, yep. But it's still the same game, though. There's only one version of the game. Alright, we got to a new town here, so I gotta talk to these people. Pokemon's kind of a JRPG. Melon, you've never played one JRPG in your whole life? You've never played a single Final Fantasy? Or a single... Like, you never played, like, Mario RPG? Or, like, you know, Secret or Legend of Mana? Any of the Tales of games? Tales is a little different because those are action RPGs. Same with the Of Mana games. You never played Chrono Trigger? Oh, you have to download it, Ghost Rider. It's like a DLC thing. It's free. It's a free DLC, but you have to download it. Okay. Well, you know what you want. You know what you want.
That shining creature, so frightening to us all, but I found it beautiful.
Oh yeah? What, are you the main character of a Tim Burton movie?
Everyone else is so afraid of it, but I think it's cute. I'm so weird and different. Even though every other aspect of my personality is lame and boring and...
Anyway. Sorry, I'm getting off on a rant about Tim Burton here. Yeah. Oh yeah, not your type of gameplay. I get it. That's why I said you know what you want. It's not like you just don't know. It's not like you don't know. It's not like you're missing out because you've seen JRPGs and have never thought that you needed to play it. Try to make a live coding session. I've done that a long time ago. Back in the early days of this stream, I was kind of working on a little game, and I was streaming it. And then this one guy who was also trying to make games, he was like in college though, came into the stream and asked if I wanted to like have a Skype chat with him or something. And at the time I was like, you know, all right, sure. Let's talk about game design on stream here while I do this coding. And then he wasn't wearing a shirt, and I was like, what, are you not wearing a shirt? He's like, yeah, I don't really wear shirts. And it's like, oh, well, when you invite yourself into somebody else's stream, I think you should play it safe and wear a shirt. I don't know. Some people are different, and they don't really think that wearing a shirt is important, or that it's kind of weird not to. And I'm not hating on anybody for not wearing a shirt. I'm just saying, if you're going to invite yourself to somebody else's stream, you know, I think it's respectful. Anyway, that was the thing.
Everyone was scared when the glowing creature stopped here. I left it to the south, toward Gidor. I left it? Oh, that was a guy talking. Was it really a ghost? It stopped right in front of me. I could see it had gentle eyes. You're running low on SP? Does sleeping restore it? What do you mean sleeping? Like going back home in the game? And sleeping at your house? Or like something within the dungeon? I don't really remember a sleeping thing in the dungeons. Yeah, sleeping in the game! Yeah! I didn't think you meant if you go to sleep and you come back, if your game is gonna have more SP. My dream is to see an opera at the Opera House south of Gidor. I'd wear a sequined dress and bring a handsome escort. Okay, but what I'm asking is, do you mean, like, is there, like, a sleeping thing in the dungeons? Or do you mean, like, going back to the house in the game and sleeping there? I'm just curious as to what you're asking. I still might not answer your question because of what Crab said.
Oh, it came to my house. A monster of light. Looked somehow human.
When you do it in Sojiro's place. Oh. I mean, are you really asking, or are you just going to play the game? And find out. Because you'll find out really soon if you just play the game. But if you're really asking, then I'll tell you. But, I mean, it's one of those things that you should just play the game. Like Reggie Fils-Ami said.
Play the game.
I want you to do it yourself too, Ghost. You have a hypothesis right now. You think, I'm running low on SP. What are the things I can do about it? There's nothing I can do in the dungeon, apparently, as you have just described that you have found out. Because that's why you're reaching out to maybe back home. You might be able to get your SP back. Well, test that hypothesis. Scientific method. That's true too, Melon. So, Persona is not a Souls game. You can just go back home and test it and then load your file if you're not satisfied with the result. Yeah, I used a lot of cheats and stuff when I was a kid. What's up, Raziel? I think, like, a big turning point for me was when I decided to play Contra without the 30 lives code. And beat it. And that, like, it changed my life. Dog. Use cheat codes in Animal Crossing? I didn't even know that those had them.
My brother's a bit touched. Lives alone to the north and dreams of building a coliseum. Oh,
excuse me, I had to hiccup there. Alright, let's go. Let's sleep at the inn. The third Contra is your favorite? Yeah, that was the first one that I played. Contra 3 I played a lot when I was younger. I think I like the first one the most, but they're all 1, Super C, and 3 are really good. Hardcore is pretty good too.
Some pretty bad sorts come in here. That guy's an assassin.
Oh, it's Shadow. What was Shadow's voice? Oh, right. Hey, we meet again. Leave me alone.
Stay away from that guy. He's an assassin.
Who is this, Big Boss? Okay, so we talked to her. She wants to bring a handsome escort.
You a friend of Locke's? He always stops by Rachel's house when he comes here.
Oh, yeah? Oh, is that how I change party members?
Oh, he came to my house. A monster of light, it somehow looked human.
Yeah, but your house is like a fucking wreck, dude. I can't even get in the door. Maybe that's how you change party members in this one, is you just gotta find one of your party members around the town that you're in. Waiting for your VOD to be uploaded. What do you mean uploaded? Like you locally recorded it and you're uploading it? Or you're exporting it to YouTube? I have to export all my shit to YouTube. YouTube. Okay. Mithril shields. All 4 of our party members will appreciate one of these. Okay. Then we've got Magus hat. We only need 1 of. The bandana is not as good as our current stuff, nor is the headband. The iron helmet is good, though. She already has a Magus hat, though. So we only need 1. And then 1 iron armor for Edgar. Okay, I hear you, Distra. I'm sure, yeah, I mean, that definitely produces a higher quality VOD, since it doesn't get, like, it doesn't have the generational, you know, degradation of quality that the stream compression gives it. Do we want this mithril pike, or keep with the rune edge? I guess I see no reason not to use the pike. Nice! The Magus hat gives a bunch of magic power. That's kind of what I figured. Which is why I didn't get her the other thing. Yeah, I mean, I archive all my stuff on YouTube, but I don't know, nobody really watches it. But if anybody ever wants to, it's all there, so I like that, you know. Sell some of this old stuff here. All these plumed hats we got. Sour snakes? What's that, like Cabbage Patch Kids? Or what are the things we have around here? It's not Cabbage Patch Kids. That's like a doll. Sour Patch Kids. But those are like kids. There's also ones that are just like snakes. I don't know what they're called though. What you're saying, okay, I'm pretty sure I know what sour snakes are. I'm pretty sure we have something very similar to it in the US. I just can't think of what the name is. I'm keeping all my relics. So wait, what was this? Item shop. Okay, that's armor shop. Here's our weapon shop. Ooh, that's a good back row weapon. Nice. It's funny that Shadow still appears in the thing for party members. Okay, so that's all we got, huh? It's just the flail for her. Restocked your stash of sour snakes. I'm not a big fan of sour stuff, but usually the candy underneath the sour stuff is really good. Maybe that's just, though, because you just had something sour, so then the sweet is extra good under it. A girl named Rachel used to live in that house, now it's deserted. Well, so that's where we're gonna talk to Locke? No. Locke used to visit Rachel here, but now she doesn't live here anymore, huh? Why do all the clocks have elixirs in them? Best stay away from the house on the eastern edge of town. The old coot there spends his days mixing curious herbs. I heard he keeps ghosts under his house. Oh yeah, he just puts them down there? He just takes the ghosts and puts them down there? He locks them up? Now I really want to go talk to him. Oh, shit.
Thatch. Oh, that's Lux. Dear me, almost spilled the beans. Are we through here? All done? Finished?
What? What is going on here? Oh, I bet I know how to change party members. You probably press Y. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, we'll find out how it's done. Status. Okay, so now I'm having a little bit of... So, I'm not seeing how to change party members, which is fine. I just want to have Locke with me so that we can go visit that girl down there, whoever that was. What do I think of the new God of War game? Well, I don't like the idea that you're, like, raising a kid the whole time. That seems annoying, that there's gonna be a kid with you all the time. There was that one thing I was talking about where, like, they showed a tiny bit of the combat. They were showing a little bit of the combat, and... character... The little kid, like... threw, enemy towards Kratos and went, "See ya!" Which is, like, not at all what should be in a God of War game. Which makes me worry. And then, yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's what I wanted to get to last, because it takes a little bit more time to say that, the new God of War, yeah, it looks like it has an over-the-shoulder perspective, which I cannot fucking stand, and I do not understand why hack and slash games are getting over-the-shoulder Gears of War slash, like Batman-style cameras, except that Batman doesn't do over-the-shoulder during combat. Like, Hellblade did it, where it's like locked over the shoulder during combat, and it just looks stiff and awkward as hell. Hellblade does it. I think that Rise game for Xbox One did it. And then, and this God of War game looks like it's going to be that way, and I just don't understand why they think that's a good idea. Resident Evil 4 is a good game. That doesn't mean every other game has to be over the shoulder. Oh, the triple happies? Oh, yeah, dude. It's important. It's important to make your party members triple happy. Yeah, absolutely, Flex. The way the camera moves in God of War is like really, really important. But not only that though, I'm okay with change. It's just I don't get this thing where like I feel like specifically the over the shoulder camera is just like so stiff and clunky and awkward for melee combat. We gotta go rest at the inn because... Wait a second, what's more expensive? It's 200 GP to rest at the inn? How much is a eye drop item? Do they not have it? I guess we just don't have those. I mean, we've got eye drops, but we can't buy them? Over-the-shoulder cam is not that bad? Yeah? They got Vin Diesel to do Kratos. What's a game where it works well, Melon? I'm curious. I don't know. Really what the issue is that I just feel like not Nintendo. I feel like Sony's been a little off their game lately. I've a tiny bit Flex because of your second thing. You said that I guess he kind of sounds like a Kratos thing so straight that I thought about it a little bit and I was like, no, that's not happening. He did the kid. See ya. Shim Sham, get out of here. I feel like I shouldn't even heal Shim Shams. I am Groot. Isn't Groot a character in Guardians of the Galaxy? After Ryuji said it in your game? It's funny how much the characters talk in that game, yet how very little I remember of the voice lines. The only things I remember in Persona 5 are Morgana talking and saying, "It's almost scary how good I am." I just remember that. But then we got Morgana out of our party as soon as possible, and it wasn't an issue for the rest of the game. Batista is Drax. And then I know everybody loves Chris Pratt also. I don't know who he is though in the game or in the movies. Most of the games I named were just bad games. Yeah, Rise looked like it was just a bad game, that's for sure. Hellblade, though, people liked it a lot. That's what I'm saying, though. The combat had to be stiff because of the camera. How could they have done the camera? How could they have had smoother controls with the camera how it was? Like, okay, alright, here's what I mean, Melon. It's not so much that the camera is where it's at, making it stiff. It's just that if you're going to put the camera over the character's shoulder, you are making a stiff, controlled game. You only put the camera over the shoulder if your game controls really stiffly. It's just like, it doesn't necessarily, it's not that one necessarily causes the other, but it's that when designers are making stiff controls, those same designers do it. I'm just generalizing, you know? I'm generalizing and being prejudiced from past experience. Because I can't think of one game that's ever had the camera over the shoulder that didn't control very stiffly. But some games it works for. You know? Like, Resident Evil 4. Yes, exactly. That's why. Oh my gosh, I said it before you even said it. Resident Evil 4, extremely stiff controls in that game. But it works because it's a shooter where you can knife stuff every once in a while. It's not a goddamn hack and slash. It's not a flowing, dodge rolling kind of game like God of War used to be. Or like Hellblade wants to be. Now I'm missing all of this Batista stuff. Yeah, Chris Pratt was in Parks and Rec. Uh-huh. Oh, Vin Diesel is Groot? What? Yes, exactly, Melon. Well, yeah, Melon, we're on the same page here. We're saying the same thing. Stiff ass over the shoulder controls work fine for games like Resident Evil 4. But God of War is so flowing, you know? Flowing. I never saw Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't really know anything about Marvel movies. All I know is that people really like Guardians of the Galaxy. It was like a big deal. And apparently the soundtrack has a lot of pop songs in it. Like popular songs, I mean. Like, I guess that's what pop is short for, is popular, but you know what I mean. Raises fight and magic damage? But it doesn't actually adjust my stuff at all? You know about Racket Raccoon? Did I say Racket Raccoon? Did I just say that? Black Panther was average at best. Well, the only, like, I get all my movie information from Red Letter Media, and they said basically the same thing. That Black Panther was average. That it was good, but it wasn't, like, people are blowing it. People are overhyping it. They said it was fine. Oh, did I tell you guys? So I haven't seen Wonder Woman, but hang on. Okay, somebody got darked earlier. Let me. What protects against dark? Jewel ring. Okay. Everybody should probably have a jewel ring on. But I don't have enough, so there we go. You like superhero movies, but they're oversaturated? Yeah, absolutely. The reason I think is that they're like, it's the same exact reason that the video game market is oversaturated with first-person shooters, or at least used to be. For the last like several years, there have just been so many, you know, military first-person shooters that are all trying to be Call of Duty. Is because Call of Duty is like. It was consistently the best-selling game year after year, right? And so every other company, I don't know, trends dominate the market, right? And Marvel has these huge money-printing superhero movies, and those are like the only movies that anybody goes and watches now. It seems like when people want... It seems like theaters are all movies like that, where, when people go to a theater, they want to laugh, they want to laugh with the rest of the crowd and eat popcorn and have a generally good time, right? And, superhero movies are good for that. But if people want to watch, like, more thoughtful movies, they'd probably just rather watch them at home with Netflix instead of going to the shitty theater and being around a bunch of shitty people. A lot of retro-styled first-person shooters that are being developed now by indies, Disctra. That's all indie stuff. Like Strafe. And, what was that one game called? What was that game called that we were just talking about? Flex. Where you had to screen look in order to win. I think, was it just called... I don't remember. Why was Strafe so boring? I think Strafe was boring because the level designs were really uninteresting. Like, in Strafe, the level layouts are randomized, but they're like extremely boringly put together. Like, it's just a bunch of rooms, and it's not like Binding of Isaac where like it's kind of easy to get. A Zelda dungeon lends itself really well to a randomly generated level, but I think Strafe, it didn't work. Everything just looked the same, you know? Like, every room looked the same, but it was randomly laid out, so it was really confusing, and the map sucked, so it was just, like, kind of hard to move around and generally know where you were and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I thought that was the problem with Strafe for me, was that the level design was really boring. Alright, I'm playing this game like unbelievably slowly today, but it's just because I've got a lot more chat activity than usual. Rabies? I don't know. I didn't catch that. You go to the movies not because of the other people. You go there to feel like it would just be better on a big screen. Sure. Big screen, loud speakers. I mean, I think that's always been the appeal of movies. But what's kind of funny though, what's kind of funny about the big screen at the movie theater is that nowadays it's like lower quality than what you get at home. Nowadays you have like a HD TV that has a nice, bright and sharp image on it, right? But the projectors at the movie theaters are now, they kind of lag behind that. They don't look as good, I don't think. It's big, but it doesn't look as good as our TVs now. When we had CRTs, sure, it looked way better. You want a movie that's not a reboot? I heard Annihilation is really good. That movie Annihilation came out. I've heard if you're into, like, smart sci-fi, as in, like, Star Trek sci-fi, not Star Wars sci-fi. And by Star Trek, I mean the show, not the J.J. Abrams movies. I've heard that that movie is very good. We're getting poisoned a lot now. Flex is clogging. Is that a term people use? Quit clogging, man. Yeah, right. That's the thing that I keep hearing recently. I've never heard anyone say that before until like a couple weeks ago, and now I feel like I keep hearing it. People are saying Star Wars is science fantasy, not science fiction. And I completely agree with that. That's absolutely true. And of course, we can retroactively say that that is what people have been saying forever, because people are talking about how Star Wars is like an old fantasy novel where there's like the Chosen One and what am I trying to say? Star Wars, the first one, like beat by beat, is like Gilgamesh. You know, it's like old fantasy. It just happens to have laser swords instead of regular swords. So yes, people have been saying that all the time, but it's just recently that I've heard people specifically be using the phrase science fantasy. The director was forced to change the ending of Annihilation because the guy in the suit said it was too complicated. I thought I heard the opposite, Melon. I thought I heard that it seems like that, but that's not the case. I don't know. You might be right. I thought I remembered them saying that, though, in Half in the Bag, because, again, if I ever tell you guys what I've heard about a movie, I mean I heard Red Letter Media say it, and that's it. But I thought they were saying that the ending seemed really, like, changed in order to... Not that the ending isn't what you're explaining, Melon. Not that it's not like that. They were saying that they saw the ending and were like, that seems like something that they were forced to change, but then looked into it and it wasn't the case. But maybe I'm wrong. I might have just understood that part incorrectly. Yeah, the Force is magic, that's for sure. Well, no, the Force is science fiction. It's the fuck are they called? Midichlorians, that's it. It's midichlorians. That's science fiction. Star Wars fans can no longer say that it's science fantasy. And that allows them to have magic. Because it's midichlorians. What a crazy thing. Midichlorians. What a crazy thing. To just in one line of the movie completely ruin the entire universe. Like, the whole universe of Star Wars is just ruined by that line. Well, Star Wars actually kind of came up because I was talking about Star Trek, Mons. Mons, have you seen Annihilation? If you're a Star Trek... I've heard that if you're a Star Trek nerd, you'd probably like it. Yeah, exactly, Flex. Measure their force power by how much is in their blood. Also, Anakin had more midichlorians than Master Yoda, right? Wasn't that a thing too? They said the midichlorian thing. They're like, here's the blood sample. Here's the results of the blood test I have. Here's how much Jedi is in Anakin. And Obi-Wan was like, that's even more than Master Yoda. That was a line, right? Right, yeah, why can't they transfuse him? Right! It's like nanomachines in Metal Gear, except Metal Gear was always supposed to be that ridiculous. And then they... Oh my god, Metal Gear. It's so good. They do the thing with Fortune in Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2 spoilers, by the way. If you guys have never played Metal Gear Solid 2, wait until I give the signal that spoilers are over, and this is the signal, alright? Where they have the thing where Fortune, like, can't be shot by bullets, and they can't explain it, and it's all, like, magical. And then Revolver Ocelot comes along and just, like, turns it off. And it's just like, yeah, it's not magic, you fucking idiots. There is no such thing as the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology. Which is, I just love that line. But then, yeah, boom! Then it kind of is magic after that. Because she gets up and then she still can't be hit by bullets, which is weird. Which is kind of, I don't know. I didn't like that as much, but it is still weird and fun. Anyway, spoilers are over now. This is the signal. Yeah, Mons is going to have to continue his Dan's Gaming subscription because he's getting so much use out of the emotes. A day is going to come where he tries to put it... Mons probably has all of his Dan's Game emotes added to his speech-to-text library at this point. And it's going to be easier to just resub to Dan's Gaming than it is to take all those out of his dictionary. Yeah, and they could just test Palpatine for midichlorians to see if he's Sidious. Uh-huh. It's so dumb. Man, Metal Gear Solid 2 is so good. That line from Ocelot is just so good. There is no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology. Okay, I'm noticing now that Celes cannot do Runic right now. Is that because she... Oh, it's probably because she has a flail and not a schwad. She doesn't have a magic sword equipped. think I'll just have everybody else attack instead of like waiting for Cyan to do a big move. Over Grunk? Mind Candy? Over Grunk. Is it too late to change my Twitch name? Over Grunk. Dude, I don't know about this dinner. I think you might have over grunked it a little bit. Iron Fist. So, you see a new town, and it's, like, exciting because you're like, oh, I can go to the inn. But at the same time, I kind of want to heal up before I go in there, because what if it just starts an event? That's difficult, you know? You're sleepy? Man, yesterday, I went to bed at, like, 1. Which was kind of early for me. But, like, usually I don't get sleepy until, like, 2. Or, well, even that. I usually don't get tired until, like, 3. But I go to bed at 2. But yesterday, I got tired at 1, and I went to bed at 1, and I just couldn't sleep. I just couldn't sleep. I didn't get to sleep until like 5. Do, do, do. Been napping a lot instead of sleeping. Oh, sure, Discra. Thanks for being here. Yeah, as far as the napping instead of sleeping thing, isn't it, like, technically more healthy to sleep, for short times more often than it is to just sleep all night? Maybe it's not more healthy. But that's what I've heard. Like, if you just take, like, 3-hour naps throughout the day. Or maybe even just 2. I think you just need to take, like, 2 3-hour naps a day, and then you can be up the entire rest of the time. That sounds very difficult to maintain. Oh, fuck you, party. Gotcha. I thought you were saying fuck you to the party. Like, nope, fuck you, party. And I was like, what party? Gotcha, gotcha. What am I doing? Equip. We got stuff. What did we get? You got a new sword. And you got a new claw. If you don't give your brain a chance to REM so you can dream, it can be detrimental to your health. Yeah. Well, that's why it's like 3 hours, right? There's something weird, like your brain, as far as REM sleep goes. Yes, what Edgar is saying. This is what I've heard. 90 minutes of, every 90 minutes of sleep is what cycles exactly you through the steps. However, I have also heard that the first cycle is twice as long. Like, at first it's 3 hours, and then it's like 90-minute cycles. I've heard. Maybe I misinterpreted or misread, or it was misinformation. All these things are possible. But yeah, I've heard that you're supposed to get 3 hours of sleep, and then anything more than 3 hours should be on a cycle of 90 minutes. Otherwise, you'll be super groggy because you got out of a deep sleep. I maybe shouldn't have sold that sword. Alright, we got relics. What are these now? I think I want another earring. Give Celis just super powerful magic. Yeah, Mons, I mean, life would be a lot simpler if I could get to sleep quickly when I went to bed, and if I could get up easily in the morning. If I could just sleep for a controlled amount of time, it would be great. Like, Nicole, if Nicole lays down in bed, she's asleep within 3 minutes. 100% of the time. Nicole is asleep immediately when she goes to bed. I'm saving a lot because, like, I'm not paying a lot of attention to what I'm doing, and it's... if I were to, like, die or something, it would be really shitty because I wouldn't remember what I did. Mithril Vest. Wow, we can use 4 of those. 3 of them because Ninja Gear sounds better. 2 of them because White Dress sounds better. Okay, so 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of those. More speed, more magic power. Defense, magic defense, nice. No, don't. I don't need to know it, the UI thing. Thank you for asking. Doop-de-doo. Just talking about sleep. You fall asleep really fast, but also wake up throughout the night. I've been waking up in the night more often lately. For several reasons. Like, either my cat wakes me up, or I have a bad dream and wake up. Last night, I was at least able to get myself out of a bad dream, though. I wake up from nightmares a lot. And usually I can't wake up until, like, I actually wake up screaming. But last night, for once, I was able to actually wake up before that happened. Your dreams are super boring. The things that I like... You've nearly kicked and actually... you've nearly kicked your girlfriend a few times from dreams. I had that happen once. There was a time that I had a dream that I was being attacked by a dog, and the dog was like biting my arm, right? Like its jaws were just clamped onto my arm and was just like going like, you know, biting me and shit. And I was trying to get the dog off of my arm, and I was like hitting it on my arm, you know? And I woke up, and Nicole was just like latched onto my arm, and I was just like smacking her in the head. Like just hitting her over and over again in the head. And she was like just holding onto my arm. And so that was a thing that happened. To the north is the town of Zozo. Watch out for people there. A lot of the time, though, the dreams that scare me and wake me up screaming are pretty stupid when I think about it later. Like, the dream last night was just that I got home and I opened up. For some reason, there were 2 doors. Like, a lot of the time, a house will have, like, a screen door and then a door behind it. Which we do. We have a screen door, but our screen door is always closed. Or our screen door is always open, I mean, so doesn't really make sense that it was that, but for some reason in the dream there were 2 doors, right? I open the door to my house, and the second door is already open. And I'm like, oh, somebody's here, because it's not Kefka, is it? Okay. You're the spitting image of Maria. Huh? Haven't heard of her? She's a famous opera singer. So I was like, oh, somebody's in the house, because the door is open. And I know I closed it. And so I was pretty calm about it at that point. And I was just like, all right, close the door. Hopefully they didn't hear me. Walk away, you know? Like, start leaving so that I can go somewhere safe and deal with the fact that there is a person in my house, right? But it's a dream, so I can't walk. It's like I'm in water. You know, like I'm floating in water and I'm trying to walk, but like my feet can barely touch the ground or something like that. Or like gravity is really light, like on the moon, so I like can't really walk. And I'm like looking behind me, and clearly the person who was in the house has noticed me because they're like in the window looking at me. And that was my dream last night. It was about then that I woke up. Weird things we have in common? What, like our screen doors being closed? Or open all the time? Or the dream thing? Oh no, you mean the story earlier about the flailing, about the sleep flailing. Okay, so where am I? I'm having a lot of time concentrating today. You've dreamed that you woke up and went to work and completed a normal day of work. I remember back when I was in grade school, it was the most frustrating thing in the entire world. I would just be fucking livid if I dreamed that I was at school and then woke up and had to go to school. I would just be like, oh my god, I just was at school. I dreamt that I had a normal day of school, and now I wake up and I have to go to school. I remember that happening and being so mad about it. Church, also. Same thing happened about church. I would, like, dream that I was at church, and then it was Sunday morning, and we wake up, and it's time to go to church, kids! And I'd be like, no! Church is over. It just ended, I swear. Oh.
Dreaming of church. Not the church! You've had a triple layer dream where you woke up to do some things, had something messed up, wake you up still within your dream to go about doing something. Yes, Mons. I've had that as well. Like with sleep paralysis. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten sleep paralysis, but it's pretty terrifying. And whenever I get it, it's always like a recurring thing. Like, I will, hey Kai, lovely Kai, thank you for being my new #1 with those 100 kappas. I mean, I don't remember 90% of my dreams, Melon. It's just, you know, every once in a while I remember it because it affects me the next day. But like with sleep paralysis, it'll be like I'll dream that there's like something standing at my bed or something, like a shadow man who's there to take my soul or something, and it feels real because in the dream I'm in bed trying to get out of bed or whatever, or trying to wake up because I know it's a dream but I can't wake up. And then I will finally wake up, but it'll just happen again, right? I'll wake up, but I'll just still be in the dream, paralyzed. Same thing happens. Or like, one time I had a dream that my heart just stopped beating. Like, I was laying in bed, and as far as I remembered, I had not fallen asleep yet, you know? It was like, I remember that I was laying in bed trying to get to sleep, and I hadn't gotten to sleep yet, and my heart just stopped beating. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to die now. And I was just waiting out, like, the amount of blood oxygen in my brain. It was like my brain was holding its breath, you know, because it wasn't getting blood. Like if your heart stops beating, you're still gonna live for like 10 seconds, right? And that's what it was, right? It was like my heart just stopped beating, and I was just sitting there for like 10 seconds, just like, I'm literally dying right now. And then I woke up, right? At the end of it, I woke up, in quotes, because then it just started happening again. And that happened like several times until I finally got myself out of bed and awake. But it was like I was still actually asleep. Even though I was up, I was still like super like hallucinating and shit because I was basically still asleep. It was not a pleasant experience, so yeah. This is a thing that happens sometimes. You're 40 and you still have dreams about being late for high school or going to school or your locker combination? That's funny. Yeah, like, I haven't had a dream about GameStop in a really long time, but for the longest time, after working at GameStop, I would still dream. Or actually, no, I do still have GameStop dreams, but my GameStop dreams now are always that, like, I decided to pick up GameStop again as, like, a weekend job. Like, I could use some extra money or something. And I'm just like, I'll just work here on the weekends sometimes. And then, so my dream is that, like, I'm at work at GameStop on Saturday. And I'm just going like, what? This is a terrible idea. Why am I here? This is awful. I don't want to be here. I want to be at home. Okay, so we got to Zozo. I probably should have been here about an hour ago. It happened to you. The sky turned colors and you couldn't move. Oh no, Luigi, that just means that you got abducted by aliens. That's a different, the sky thing and you can't move, that's alien abduction. You've literally been abducted by aliens.
You'd be in a panic thinking about your classes. Oh, man. It's the worst. And, like, the other thing, too, is that, like, okay, let's say I am not dreaming and I found myself working at GameStop, but it's not a dream. I would just be like, I would just turn to the other person and be like, I'm leaving. And then I would leave and never go back. And that's the solution to the issue. Worst case scenario, I would finish out that workday to not be a jerk to the other person if it was busy or something. But I would let them know, I'm not coming back. This is my 0 days notice. Thinking crazy shit. That's the thing about it, about sleep paralysis, is that you're dreaming. And you think weird shit. Like I was saying, last time for me, it was that there was like a shadow man in my room. And I don't even know what he was there for or why he was there. It probably had something to do with taking my soul. But I was just convinced that there were like shadow people in the house. What if this is a dream and I'm daydreaming at work? Oh, God. Oh, no. It'll be like a cartoon. It'll be like a cartoon where people in chat just start saying dash, dash, dash. I'll be like, what? What's going on here? And then it'll I'll like wake up and it's my manager like dash, dash. Except that's not my actual name. So it'll be even weirder. Yeah, yeah. Kai! How are you? Oh, man. What a thing. Oh. What a world that would be. Mons. Mons. Mons, only you can see this part of the stream. No one else sees this part, just you. Because this is all your imagination. You need to wake up now, Mons. You've been having this dream for like 10 years. Ugh. So we're like here in this Zozo now? I don't know what's going on here, but I went into this house. But actually, what's happening? Okay. Alright, I gotta pay attention to this video game. I'm having so much trouble paying attention. So... Alright, so... Let's say I was just dreaming for the last several years. At least that would mean that I only dreamt that Silent Hills got canceled. Like, what a weird thing to wake up. To like, wake up at work one day and be like, whoa, dude. I just had the weirdest dream that, like, Konami, like, basically fired Kojima and then made this really, really shitty Metal Gear game. And, like, they canceled Silent Hills. And then, like, DLC in video games stopped being where, like, you bought DLC, and instead you just started buying random shit that you didn't even know what you were getting. It was super bizarre. What, huh? Clock second hand pointing at 30. Okay. Yeah. The Silent Hills thing. That's also kind of a weird thing in the dream. Like, oh man, I dreamt that there was the next Resident Evil game was in first person. Most of your believable bad dreams, though, are things that you fear come true. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I have that a lot too, Edgar. Like, I frequently dream that I crash my car a little bit. Like, a little bit. I never dream that, like, I get into a bad car accident. I always dream that, like, I slipped off the road and ran over, like, a stop sign or something. And then I just, like, got back on the road and was just like, oh, God, I hope no one noticed. I hope no one's gonna notice this. I have, like, that kind of stuff all the time. Or a lot of the time, my dreams are just, like, really frustrating conversations with people. Like, I'll dream that I get into an argument with a certain person, and they just don't understand what I'm talking about. Or, like, I'm doing something and I don't understand how it works. Like, I'm trying to do something for my job, and I just, like, I, like, cannot grasp what it is I'm trying to do. And I'm just like, what am I doing? And then but I can't think straight. I can't think about it because it's a dream, and I just keep getting distracted, and all these little things keep, like, getting in the way of me trying to figure out what it is I'm supposed to be doing. And it's, like, super, super frustrating. And then I wake up, like, really frustrated and flustered because, like, I'm in this mood. Yeah, that's a thing, Edgar. Dialing phone numbers? Who is it? Somebody in my family always talks about dialing phone numbers in their dreams and how they can never dial a phone number right. I don't know if I've had a recurring dream in a long time. I used to have a recurring dream. I had this dream when I was younger several times where I would go out into the backyard of my house, which was my parents' house. And my parents had a shed in the backyard. And I would go out into the backyard to play or whatever, because I was a child and who went out into the backyard to play. And as I stepped outside a little bit, a really, really strong wind would start blowing from the direction of the house. Like a really strong wind started. So I couldn't get back to the house because the wind was too strong. And I was like, no, I can't get back to the house. And then from behind the shed, 3 dogs would run out from behind the shed and attack me. And I had this dream several times. You'll notice also there's a pattern of being attacked by dogs in dreams of mine. That's a thing. And I had that dream all the time as a kid. But I haven't had that dream in a really long time. Sounds like something out of Resident Evil. Yeah, sure. Sleepwalking, I don't really know. I've certainly, when I was younger, sometimes I would wake up on the couch. So, like, apparently I sleptwalked a little bit, but not a lot. Rusted shut. Hang on, fight. Dreams are weird, though. Dream you is real you in another dimension. Well, yeah, like, I don't want to get into that too much because it's... I don't think so. I think you make decisions in dreams that you would never make in real life. I have a lot of dreams where I make decisions that I would not make in real life. And it bugs me when I wake up. Like when I wake up, I'm kind of bothered by the fact that dream me did a certain thing. Your parents told you they followed you when you were sleepwalking? So, my brother-in-law apparently sleep eats a lot. Apparently, my brother-in-law sleep eats a lot. Like, when he's sleeping, he will go to the kitchen and eat like a bunch of snacks. And it frustrates my sister, his wife, a lot. But it's kind of funny, because it's like... It seems... It's so easy to, like, wonder, like... Do you think he's really sleep eating? Or do you think he's just... getting up and eating? I don't think he's just getting up and eating, but it's funny to think about. Because, like, one of the things was, like she was saying apparently he ate all of the cookie dough out of their cookie dough ice cream, right? Like, they had cookie dough ice cream, and he had clearly picked through it and eaten all the cookie dough out of it.
This place is dangerous, and don't you dare think about jumping between buildings.
Oh, yeah? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Yeah, for some reason, if I wake up kind of hungry, it, like, makes me more tired. Like, if I wake up and I'm kind of like, my stomach is, like, kind of in pain from being hungry, it makes it kind of really easy for me to just go back to sleep. I don't want to get up to eat. I don't really know why. Oh, sure. I hear you, Mons. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a thing. I can definitely fall asleep easier on a full stomach. Like, people talk about food comas, you know, like, it's totally a thing. If I eat a lot, I want to go to sleep. And so, yeah, very often, like, sometimes I will go to bed and I can't get to sleep. And so I'll have to get up and eat something and then go to sleep, right? That totally happens. But if I've been sleeping for a long time and I wake up and I'm hungry, I just want to go back to sleep. Oranges are good for insomnia. What? Really? What about orange juice? I used to always have orange juice ready to eat, ready to drink. I used to drink juice a lot. You guys ever had Juicy Juice strawberry watermelon? Oh my god, it's so good. What's wrong with orange juice? First thing you think about when you wake up is what you're gonna eat for breakfast. See, I don't have to think about that anymore because now I have Coffee Soylent. And that's really the greatest thing. Like, the thing is, I still eat at night. I really like dinner. Hands pointing at the 2. The clock has no minute hand. It's never pointing to the right time anyway. So hours 2, minutes 30. It's 2:30. But yeah, I used to drink a lot of juice, but oh wait, no, what I was saying was uh-oh, let's just go. What I was saying was, I really enjoy dinner. I think that there's lots of good dinner foods, and, you know, I like eating food. But I don't like eating breakfast, because when I wake up in the morning, I just want to go do something, you know? I don't want to have to eat first. And in the middle of the day, I never get around to lunch because I'm busy in the middle of the day, you know? I'm working and shit. So I never get around to eating lunch either. Or I don't want to stop what I'm doing. Or like if it's a weekend, I'm playing video games, you know? I don't got time. I don't got time for lunch. But dinner, and for me, dinner is at midnight. Dinner's great. That's the best. I love having some pizza or like some kind of stovetop or oven thing. You know. All that kind of stuff. Going to a restaurant that's open late. Anything like that. I love dinner. So Soylent for me, just, it's the perfect thing when I wake up. Because it replaces the need for breakfast / coffee. It keeps me sustained throughout the workday. Or like right now. But man, when the stream's over and it's midnight, I'm gonna go have dinner. Do I snack? Only if I don't have dinner. As in, I have Soylent during the day, all day, right? That's how I sustain myself throughout the day. But at nighttime, when I go upstairs, and I'm like, just do my little relaxing thing before I go to bed, I either have a snack, like some chips or something, or I have dinner. Or sometimes I have both. Depending on how much of each thing there is. Yeah. My big snack things are popcorn And lately I've been eating tortilla chips with taco sauce. Just taco sauce. It's so good. I actually meant to row these people, not to do the other thing that I did. You know, Edgar's auto crossbow probably works from the back row. Okay, this isn't looking great. Oh, they're gonna miss every attack, huh? What's badass? That's a weird animation for ice. You've got chips, sour snakes, and oh yeah. Or tuna? I haven't had tuna in a long time. Hey, there's an inn here. Clock's hands have stopped. Please reset the hour. 2. Reset the minute. Oh no! I pressed down. Get out of here. Oh, we don't have the seconds option anyway. Well, we can process of elimination now that. Okay. Down, down. We have enough information that this won't take very much time. But at the same time, if I do this, it kind of means that I missed a building, which means I might have missed some treasure. I still want to do it. Of course it's the last one. I should have started from the bottom and gone up. What? I got the minutes wrong? Maybe it's the second... Oh! I bet it's the second hand that's pointing at the 30. I got that wrong. What's 3? Oh, it like halves a enemy's health or something like that. But yeah, as far as dinner tonight, I had some, I got Famous Dave's takeout yesterday, so I have the leftovers of that today. This is like playing The Witness. Where there's a puzzle that doesn't appear to have any information, but all the information is in the environment around you. How long are leftovers good for? I try to eat leftovers the next day. And if I don't eat them the next day, I pretty much just don't eat them. I don't let leftovers sit. But it's one of those things where I'm just like a really picky eater. I do have some chips and taco sauce right now, though, so maybe I will have some of that. Okay, the second hand is pointing at 30. Why would that guy tell me that? Whoa. Alright, we need to... I think we need to retreat and stay at an actual inn. So those enemies we gotta take down first. That's good to know. But yeah, totally. I gotta eat leftovers right away, or I think they're bad. Part of the reason for that might also, though, be that, I don't usually use, like, saran wrap or anything. I try to have it enclosed in something. I'll use saran wrap if it's not, like... But, like, pizza. I'll just put the pizza box in the fridge. Or... Like, at a restaurant, you get the thing that closes the box. I'm fine with the box. I just need to have it the next day, you know? Otherwise, it dries out. There was a while that I, the Famous Dave's it's just like a cardboard. It's like a restaurant box, but instead of one of those styrofoam ones, it's a cardboard one. And then it's got tin foil on the bottom. Yeah. Which is important because the bottom is covered in barbecue sauce, so the paper box, you know, the cardboard would get bad if it wasn't protected. What is that? I don't know. A guy waving? Before I zoomed it in, I thought that it was like something on a skateboard, but then I zoomed it in and it's like a guy waving, I guess. I'm really excited to make my own Rock Band customs. I think that's going to be really fun. I'm going to try using Reaper to do it. I think. Sleepy Dance. Oh man, The Witness is so good. You really do have to have just the right mindset for it, though. You just gotta know. The game's perfect. Everything makes sense. There is a way. You just gotta do it. Frank! You love the smell. Dude, I love the smell of rain. A nice rainy spring day. Oh, man. Speaking of a nice rainy spring day, it had to have been like 50 degrees outside today in Minnesota. It was like warm today. And I opened my phone. I looked at my phone and it said that it was 24 degrees out. And I'm like, nah. It's like 30. Oh, right, we gotta get that other thing first. Yeah. Almost walked to work in just a sweatshirt. Oh, yeah, you said you're from Minnesota, right, Frank? Minnesota. Oh, yeah. It was warm out today. I almost walked to work in a sweatshirt. Okay. So, like I'm saying, we could easily brute force the puzzle because we have 2 of the 3 answers. However, doing so, I would miss something. In the place that tells me the answer, there's more information, you know? There's like some treasure, or there's gonna be something there that makes it worth it to go there. Oh, but yeah, by the way, I took yesterday off streaming because I had to do some much-needed vacuuming around the house. And I needed to play some much-needed Monster Hunter. Hear what? I finally got to high rank in Monster Hunter, so I'm fighting high rank monsters now. I didn't do any yet, I just unlocked the high rank. I just unlocked the high rank tree. I want to try to make the Zora beta outfit. It's like really pretty. Oh, I didn't go in here very much. That's right. I forgot about this room. I got kind of weirded out by this room. You're still at Vile Wastelands? What's that actually called, though? You're talking about, like, the Rotten... I think it's called the Rotten something. They said it's... That guy said it's 4? What do you mean, how long do we have to do this? Do what? What's happening in this little town of Zozo? You're playing Persona 5? Did this already come up? Did we talk about this already? Oh my god, that game's so good. Great people here. It's now 2. It's already 12. 10, time to go home. You can trust me, it's 8. Time, it's 4. Get in line. You hate the name Zozo? I don't know. It's not so. It's it's Zozo, you know, it's not so bad. It's your addiction? Nice. You imported it. Ah. Yeah, it's fantastic. I played through it once, and then I immediately started the New Game Plus. But I don't know. Then I did start playing other stuff after that. Like right now, my PS4 always has Monster Hunter in it. How is this game so far? I think I'm really liking what they're doing with the characters and story. I think that the story is better than 5's. But yeah, the gameplay is much more like 4 or 7, where each character just kind of has their own style. But I really like it so far. I'm having trouble concentrating today, but it's very good. You think of the creepy YouTube videos you watched on Ouija boards? What? You got a haircut today, Mega? I thought you had a haircut last time I... What's happening here? Oh, that guy's jumping. I thought you had a haircut last time I saw you. Does it have a main character? Kind of not. We could have had any 4 people in our party. These are just the 4 that I picked. I think the main character might be Terra, but she's actually gone right now because she turned into a weird alien thing. Like, before I would have said Terra. But then she turned into a weird alien thing and left the party. She just, like, went Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan and floated away. I guess you must have just styled it, Mega. You must have been styling it differently once it got to a certain thing. The second hand of his watch is pointing at 4. Should I have been writing all this down? Styling, profiling. What's this Zozo Ouija board story? I remember I was at a party once in high school. I didn't go to very many parties, but I was at a party once. And there were some kids doing a Ouija board. And this other girl, the seconds, they're divisible by 20. I'm writing this down. This one girl, like, went into the room where they were Ouija boarding and then, like, freaked the fuck out and left. And was like, oh my god. And then everybody was like, what? What's going on? She's like, I went in there and one of them was an actual demon. Like, she said that one of the kids on the Ouija board was actually a demon when she looked at him. And we were like, okay, well, you're drunk and you want attention. There's some Megami Tensei stuff. Was it Finn Balor? This page would be better for Megami Tensei 2 if we need it. Man, we've used so many pages of this book. Here's my Castlevania 2. Okay, this page has passwords on it. Oh, these are Castlevania 2 passwords, but it's only part of the page. We can use the rest of the page. Alright. It's time to take some notes. Finn Balor came out of the room.
What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about?
And then an actual... Oh, you're... Okay, I was going the same direction. Flex. I was making a coup de grace joke. Spoiling Zozo? What do you mean spoiling Zozo? Lovely Kai. Thank you for those 100 Craigasms. Extremely powerful demon entity thingy by the name of Zozo. Yeah? If he's so powerful, why haven't I heard of him? Yes, Frank! Frank! You knew the Heaven Smile sound? I think you're the first person to hear the Heaven Smile sound and make a comment about it. Speaking of Bloody Sunday, I believe there is a character in Killer 7 named something Bloody Sunday. What's his name? The kid. The kid who's like blind and tells you about the bosses. I don't think it's Billy, because Billy Bloody Sunday, the double B, it doesn't sound right. I can't remember the kid's name. Bloody Sunday! Yeah. Alright, so what do we know so far? We know that the hour hand is on 2. We know that the second hand is on 30. And now this person says the seconds are divisible by 20. So that conflicts with our other information. Cass Bloody Sunday? It might be that. Cass Bloody Sunday? And is that even the kid that I'm thinking of that tells you about the bosses, or is his name something else? I did start a game on my birthday, and I've been thinking about jamming it. Kess. K-E-S-S. And it is the kid I was thinking of. Okay, I guess his name is Kess Bloody Sunday. I would not have remembered that that was his name. You've played Chapter 1 way more than any other chapter? Me too. And yes, Chapter 2 is the one with the floppy dome businessmen. Except I think Chapter 2 is in 2 parts. Like, the first part ends with a different boss battle. But yeah, that game is nuts. I think I played it when I was 14. And man, I loved it. Just loved it. I should probably use stuff like this. I don't know what this is gonna do. Yeah, I think I do have that. I do. Flex. Uh-oh. I let this guy do his move because I wasn't paying enough attention. Part 2 is the restaurant. Yeah, yes. And you fight the lady at the end. God, I can't remember anybody's names. Yeah, you do like the shoot off with the lady at the end who kills Fukushima. And then the part 2 of chapter 2 is where you fight the two businessmen and you shoot their floppy dome pieces. And the guy, he's like throwing brains at you out of his flopping head. Yeah, you can lose the shootout. You just have to shoot her a certain number of times, and she shoots you a certain number of times. Which is funny because the camera automatically turns you to Mask before that part, who is like by and far the worst character to use. And if you're on hard mode, it's pretty tough. But yeah, if you use Con, you're in good shape. But yeah, I think it would have been hard to figure out if I wasn't just using Con for everything. Yeah, you know what's funny about that, Flex, is I think Kevin's default running speed, or like as far as the normal running, I think Kevin is actually faster than Con. It's just Con's dangerous. Nice. White poke. White poke. Have you noticed that the Gygus is like showing us his bulge? He's like lifting up his kilt.
Good day, gentle folks. Can I be of service? I hate fighting, so I'd better let you pass.
It's not a facepalm, Crab. You haven't told anyone yet. You just started saying you were tubby one day. Alright, this guy's like healing the shit out of himself, but I think we can out-heal him. Oh wait, now he's safing himself. Okay, that might be harder to deal with. That makes sense, Crab. Yeah. Oh, it makes sense. Headband? Ooh. Increases attack power. Seems like it's more of a Sabin thing, though. Man, after Final Fantasy V, I'm not used to being able to R and L through characters. I'm gonna give it to Sabin. Crab, I remember one time you said you were going to the little crab's room. And Flex got really excited, like, there's a little crab? No. No, you just meant the bathroom. Casts haste. What? Running shoes. What does the jewel ring do again? Protects against dark and petrify. And what does the hero ring do? Raises fight and magic damage. Why does this big important looking place have... well, here's Terra. We found her? Hang on. We never unlocked the secret of the inn. Well, here we go. Ooh.
Terra! Terra?
What would Rama sound like? A big booming...
She's scared, you know?
Who are you?
This girl is your friend? Is Terra alright? You call her Terra? Terra? How odd. She is undamaged, but I fear she can't understand you. As for me, I am Rama, the Esper Rama. Esper? But don't the Espers live in another world? That doesn't mean we don't live here too. Espers take a variety of forms. Sometimes we live here, taking the shape of humans. You have nothing to fear from us. Why do you hide the fact that you're Espers? Humans and Espers can't survive together.
Who is talking here? Who's the quotes? I guess this one will be... But grandmother once told me that Espers and people once lived side by side. Was that just a fairy tale?
No, no! That was no fairy tale. That was true. We started out as friends. Then along came the War of the Magi. War of the Magi? It took place long ago. Espers fought humans who were infused with magical power extracted from the Espers. Fearing our magical powers would once again become a target, we fashioned a new realm and moved there. About 20 years ago, humans stumbled upon it. Humans who knew about Espers and the secret to Magitech power, thus began a hunt for Espers, Only this way could Emperor Gestal create his invincible army. In response to this, we erected a doorway and threw the humans out.
Do I have to confirm this one? Okay.
Even as we speak, many of my kind are trapped in the Empire's Magitech research facility, being drained of their powers. I fled here to avoid a similar fate. That's right! Relax! I sensed that Terra was in trouble. My magic summoned her here. Terra's an Esper?
It's too bad that Rama's voice is so similar to every other character in my party. I keep giving everybody the same voice, so he just talks differently.
No, she's actually quite different. Terra looks like she's in pain. Her very existence strikes fear into her own heart.
How can we help her? That's nobody's voice who's in the scene, by the way. It's just that for some reason it's not telling me who's talking half the time. This voice is super decay.
When she accepts this aspect of herself, I think she'll be all right. We have to do something! Then free those of my kind imprisoned in Des Gestal's Magitech research facility. One of them can surely help her.
I was thinking about Orlando. That's the voice I was kind of thinking about.
If we find the Magitech research facility, you're sure we'll find your people?
Magitech research facility. Your people are...
Like a coward, I escaped, leaving the others there. It'll be the end of them. What do you mean? Gestal's methods are incorrect. You can't drain a live Esper of all its power. It is only when we are reduced to Magicite that our abilities can be transferred in total. Pardon? When we transform into Magicite, our power can be relocated. Magicite? That's what's left of us when we pass by. It's kind of like materia if you've played Final Fantasy VII. These are my comrades who fell while escaping the Empire. And I will give you my power as well. Old man, are you really gone? Magicite. He traded us his power so that others might live.
Why are you doing this?
We few can help save many. The War of the Magi must not be repeated.
Received the Magicite Rama. Received the Magicite Kirin.
Kirin? That's the name of the electric unicorn in Monster Hunter World, isn't it?
Received the Magicite Siren. Received the Magicite Stray.
Terra, wait for us. We'll be back.
Everyone here? I was thinking.
Let's talk on the way.
Boy, I don't like that this game half the time doesn't tell you which character is talking.
The Empire is trying to drain magic from espers. Let me explain. This can't be true.
Huh? I don't remember because I was asleep when they augmented me. But I've heard rumors to that effect.
Then we're going in. We'd best split up into 2 groups. We still need to beef up our defenses in Narshe. Indeed.
I'll go to the Empire. I know it well.
But alone?
Don't worry, I'll go with her.
Locke!
You need a hand?
Alright. So these are the 2. Oh, we're probably going to play as these 2 now? And we can't take them out of the party? Weird. Okay, so let's... I guess let's send... Who else can heal? Celes is the only one that can heal. I'm guessing that I am now going to play as these 2. But I don't know if it's going to then restrict who I can play as later. Probably not. Probably not. Let's take Cyan and Edgar. Sorry, Sabin.
Please wait for us in Narshe. We'll find our way back safely. If you wish to change group members, head for Narshe.
Okay. Well, they might have told me that last time too. So, how are we gonna get there? The Empire's on the continent to the south. No boats go there.
The people at Jidoor, a town to the south, can probably help us.
Locke,
Yes?
why are you coming with me?
Well, there are bound to be treasures there. And besides, I've always wanted an inside look at the Empire.
Alright, so what's going on here?
Seems you have a piece of magicite. Want to learn more about espers? Sure. To use an esper, it must be equipped. Choose skills from the menu, then espers. During battle, select magic and press up on the control pad. And press A to use the esper. Remember, an esper can only be used once per battle. Learn new spells by equipping espers. Switch espers to learn different sets of spells. The higher the learning speed, the faster a spell is learned. When equipped, some espers will raise qualities, strength, HP, MP, etc., to their maximum limits at the next level up.
I see. Ooh.
Lick it 3 times, then smell it. The first step to equipping an esper, the first step to using an equipped esper is to lick your elbow. Not the inside. You have to lick the weenus.
I guess let's... Oh. So now everybody has to... Now everybody can equip the... Or can learn these abilities? Everybody has MP now? Wow. Okay. Well, shit's opening up now. I kind of still want... I kind of still want her to be a healer, so I'm going to give her Kieran. And then... Let's give Edgar... Muddle, Imp, Float... Sleep, Mute, Slow... Oh, but more HP at level up? Okay, I didn't see that. This one doesn't have anything at level up. So maybe I actually want to give her Stray because it raises her magic power. Cyan can have the Cure. And Locke can have this one. Oh! What is that? Is that a tier 2 Orkin Man sub emote? Or is that tier 1 and he changed it? I don't think I haven't resubbed to Orkin Man yet. It's tier 1? Okay. I haven't resubbed to Orkin Man yet. I gotta do that. I resubbed to him on my other account, but not on this account. Okay, so now... Oh, right, Edgar has haste always now. Oh man, Locke doesn't have very much health. Uh-oh. Magnitude 8? Was that just gonna kill everybody? Well. Okay. Look at that tier 3 Orkin Man sub in chat. Nice! Nice splash. Exactly. Flexactly. Alright, so we're going back to G-Door. I gotta figure out what the deal is with this clock. That's what I haven't done yet. Okay, Hades Gygus. I'm gonna steal from him. Atlas Armlet? That sounds dope. Yeah, let's scan him. Level 16. Weak against poison, you say? Oh, you have his dudes emote? It's a good one. I've been watching her stream more, because she streams while I'm at work. So it's very convenient. But today I didn't watch any streams at work. I had to focus, because I had a big dumb firewall issue, because firewalls are the worst ever. This, like, oh, it didn't do it there. This guitar MIDI sounds really funny. Am I IT? I do network stuff. Which, yeah, I guess would be IT. Specifically networking. And man, like, any time that I have to work with firewalls ever, it's like if the change goes smoothly. Basically, if I ever have to work with a firewall, if it goes smoothly, if I make the change to the configuration, that's what everything in networking is changes. That's like what we have to do all the time. We have to write a change, which means the network is networking, right? The network is operational. It's working. All the devices are doing their thing, right? So what we actually have to do sometimes is occasionally we need to make a change to how it's operating. So we have to write a change, right? We have to write, here's our test plan to get a snapshot of how the network is before we changed anything. Here's the implementation plan of line by line our configuration that is the change that we are making. Here's the test plan to show afterward that everything is still working. Here's the backout plan to revert everything back to how it was before the change in case something goes wrong. All that kind of stuff, right? Anytime I have to make a firewall change, if it goes smoothly, I feel like Jesus Christ himself descended from heaven and touched my change. Somebody said that the minute hand is the second hand is 30. Somebody else said that that's wrong. But we gotta try it all. Alright, there's one more to try, and then we gotta find out what the clue is here. Clue. Did I try 40? Didn't watch any streams because you napped through the day. What in IT? Oh, you're saying you don't know what in IT he does. Okay. Yeah, I do networking. I really like it. But man, firewalls are a pain in the ass. However, to be fair, I'd hug you if you weren't swimming in diseases. They're swimming with diseases. To be fair, today's firewall issue was not the firewall's fault. It was an asymmetrical routing issue. As in, routing was set up as such that a packet from the firewall to our management tool would go through one network path, and then the return path was different. The path to get from the management tool back to our firewall took a different path, which isn't always a problem, but it can very easily just cause things to be weird. It's like a administrative distance problem where I've got two sites connected by both BGP and EIGRP, but EIGRP is sending specific routes. The site that it's coming from is learning non-specific routes. Or it's learning non-specific routes from BGP and not from EIGRP. I'm trying to figure out what this is, what's going on here. What if I line them all up? How many are there? There's 6 dudes? 7 dudes? Okay. It's now 2. IWGP. International. I bet the I is international. I don't know what the rest is. Oh. It's now 2. It's already 12. 10. Time to go home. You can trust me. It's 8. Time. It's 4. How long are we going to have to do this? Great people here. Okay. Check it out. My feet are freezing. I gotta go put on some slippers because I forgot to put them on today, and now my feet are cold. Also, it's been almost 4 hours. I need to stretch and get another Soylent. So, let's take a stretch break. Everybody take a stretch break, and